What's up, y'all? It's another one, a Say So TV, and today I got some fire. Now, I really want to talk about this because this is a topic that has not been focused on in any community that I've been a part of or any circle I've been in. I haven't seen this shit on social media, nothing. So I'm gonna address this shit today. This baby boy lifestyle in the black community that's been normalized. And when I say this baby boy lifestyle, I'm talking about men not being able to grow up due to being coddled by their mamas and their parents and shit. I don't know how many motherfucking times, like, it just dawned on me. One of the main reasons why black men are not settling down in relationships is because they always got their fucking mama to go back home to. If you haven't fucking noticed, pay attention to something real quick. Most times out of 10, and this goes for women, men, everybody, I've noticed, even with my own uncle, I'll give y'all an example because this is not just about my own experiences. I got an uncle that literally, he was dating this female and I was going over there all the time and I was kind of like, cool with him and his girl. And I would see how their relationship was and they would get into arguments and shit. One thing I noticed is that the girl, she will always be trying to like work it out and trying to get him to see some of his issues that he needs to work on. But he could never find any issues within himself because he always would just go back and stay with motherfucking grandma. He would just go back and stay with grandma. Like, and I was always wondering that, like, why come Uncle Lonnie don't ever said, like, why come he got 2-3 kids, 2-3 different baby mamas, but he ain't got no family actually. Like, he ain't with a family. This nigga's always over here at grandma's house. And this was when I was like 18, 19, fresh out of high school. And so I was just, trying to figure that out. And I didn't really put my hand on it, but now I'm able to see what's going on because I'm actually living through it and I'm actually seeing a lot of people live through this. Y'all, that movie Baby Boy is so relevant and we do not pay attention to what that movie was telling us. These niggas opt out for their parent, for their mama every time it gets hard. It enables them. The mother thinks that she is doing a good service by keeping her baby protected, by keeping her son protected from the streets and getting killed or the drugs, whatever the fuck whatever her true good intentions are. What she doesn't realize is that she's coddling this nigga, allowing him to not be a man, allowing him, making excuses for him to why he can't make it a better life for himself or go out and raise his own kids and shit that he started already, a family with. Okay, this is why I meant a woman can't raise no man. Okay, I'm not saying this to say that women, it's all their fault while they're the only ones, while they're single mothers, and that's not a problem. That is a problem, but that's also a system problem and everything. It's not just because black men don't want to. And I'm telling y'all that this is mainly the main problem. It starts within the home, y'all. If all black women is gonna do is raise these boys with this scary ass mindset, these is men. These ain't no little ass girls. Let these niggas grow up and go out here and condition them to be men. Raise them up to be men. Quit raising these niggas to be codependent on your ass. Because if they not with you, let me tell you another thing that they end up doing. They end up going and getting a bitch that's going to put up with everything that your ass do. And he going to get her pregnant and cheat on her, do her all kind of different ways, and then he gonna go off, fuck all the type of bitches and come back and fuck with her again just because she's the bitch that allows him to do it. Now I see why the female or the person who allows the nigga to dog them out through the dirt, okay? That's the one that they always choose because it all makes sense now. They have to have they fucking mama. And let me tell you something. Dating a male as a man in this community, you're never gonna motherfucking be able to compete with their mama. It's always gonna be easier for you to go run back home and just deal with your mom's nagging than it is to actually be emotionally mature enough to be in a relationship with another man at that, let alone a woman, okay? It all makes perfect sense now. I was trying to figure out why I'm in this current situation. Why come every time it gets hard, like to him, like, and then his tolerance is low as fuck. Anytime we having an argument about something, not fighting, but just an argument to get to an understanding. You know, when you getting to know somebody, the first couple months, y'all gonna have bumpy head moments because y'all don't know each other. Y'all getting to know each other. This is the phases that relationships go through. And niggas will tap out all because it's too complicated. They get anxiety and all this other shit. And it's all because they're not used to being given responsibility to handle any of their emotions. They've had nothing but their mamas and other motherfuckers come around and coddle them, take the responsibility away from them, give them a justification for why it's okay for them to be the way that they are. I'm trying to tell you, man, it really just dawned on me. I was like, why come this nigga every time we get into it, he don't never... I always got to be the one to come and be the bigger person and step up to the plate and be the man. I always got to come and apologize, even when his ass is wrong. I got to come and show him that I'm worthy enough for him to bring his guard down for me. And it's like, I'm like, where is this energy coming from? Why is this stuck up ass, I don't have to give a fuck ass energy? You gonna prove to me what I need you to prove to me and fuck you? Like, I don't get nothing out of this just to be with you. So just to be with a nigga, I have to deal with disrespect, any old kind of shit. I have to let go of my morality in order to have a nigga, I see. Like, and then just to get back on the topic, because that's a whole nother topic in itself, but I peep that, and every time we get into it, he be ready to pack up his shit and go. But where you going? Nigga, you going to go stay with your mama. Like, I've never had a nigga in my whole 10 years of messing with men. I have never had a dude leave me and go and stay with his motherfucking, in his own crib. Go get his own crib or nothing. They always go back to their mama house. And then they start the process over again, thinking that they're going to find a nigga that's going to put up with their bullshit. Basically, these niggas have been conditioned to think that they don't have to make no changes. They don't think that they have any issues for real that they need to work on. They don't see nothing wrong with anything. They think that a motherfucker's supposed to accept them for who they are, the bullshit that they come along with, and if you don't, then you're just not the one for them, is what I'm starting to see. They don't think that they're supposed to do any growth, any changes. They don't have to look into the mirror, practice no self-reflection. All that is up to your ass. And then think about it. If you do that and you take the strong hold on the relationship, now you done condition this motherfucker to think it's okay to be a weak partner. So that means whenever anything gets hard outside of y'all, they're going to fold on you. You're going to be the only one responsible to do every motherfucking thing because this motherfucker does not know how to handle responsibilities. Because they've never been forced to. They never had to. Let me tell you something about people. People have to be forced to do shit. Okay? Think about it. Would the fuck you get up and go to work every day if you didn't have to? No. Would you... I mean, there's so much shit I could bring up as an example, but what I'm trying to say is that people have to be put in a position to have to step up to the plate. If your mama gonna always come through and let you come just stay with her and suck on her titty and let you live for free and you ain't got to do shit, it will never make sense for you. You'll never get the ability to practice emotional maturity with that cloak up under you, like over you like that. Like, you'll never be able to see empathy for real and understand another person's perspective on shit. And how the fuck you gonna be with somebody if you don't have no empathy? But it robs them of that. These bitches think, I'm sorry, these mothers, these women, these ladies think that they are raising men to be men, but they're really raising boys to stay boys. If you don't condition them and instill them with taking responsibility, like, I'm like, why come I ain't never met a nigga who had a supportive family and was independent? Like a nigga that, you know, they got their family, they close with their family, they cool with their family, you know, they may live around the block, around the corner, down the street, in another city, but they got their family support system, but then they also are independent, able to be on their own. They got their own shit. They do know that they are a man and they need to be on their own. Think about it. I mean, I haven't met any of them like that. It's either they have their family support system and they're in and out that motherfucker, using other motherfuckers for adventures, because that's all it is when you're just gonna go back to your mama's crib. Or they are either abandoned, not close to their family, ostracized, and they have no choice but to be immature. I mean, to be mature and independent and shit. And so that brings me to say, how the fuck are you gonna start a family with somebody if they never see starting their own family as value? If they see that the family that they're already born into is the only family that matters to them? How? If every time the shit get rough, because you have the option to go home, I need a nigga that's like, I mean, I got the option to go and stay with some motherfuckers, but I'm not about to do that. What the fuck do I look like? I am grown as hell. I like to do shit that I need my privacy for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to walk around naked and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to dance and sing randomly. I like to be comfortable and free. Yes, it's nice to have my family support, but I don't want to fucking live with y'all. Like, what the fuck? Why am I not meeting any men who think like me, who think that it's necessary to be a man? Like, how the fuck? And I'm meeting guys past 30 years old thinking like this, and I've been on my own since I was 19. And I'm meeting niggas past 30 years old that don't see nothing wrong with going back home and staying with their mama. Calling it a hard time. Please, you ain't in no hard time, nigga. That's a fucking quote. Every decision that you've made has been because of the comfort zone that you have there always in the back of your mind. When you go and buy those shoes that you ain't got no reason buying, that designer shit, when you go and don't give a fuck about paying that rent because you can just go back home and stay with your mama. When you don't give a fuck about fixing your credit, doing nothing, like, you don't give a fuck. Because you don't have to. It all makes sense. That's why niggas get in relationships with us. For all my gay black men, bisexual black men, just so that y'all know, this is one of the main reasons, and you might be one of them. And I'm saying this for y'all to also peep it. If you one of those niggas who have not noticed that this is what's actually going on, because this is why I'm talking about this, because this has been a subliminal thing. Niggas don't even know that they're doing this. They think that it's just, oh, that's what family's for. You go back and stay with family when you fall on hard times or whenever you need to. No. Let me tell you something. If your ass had to do it, you would be doing it. And don't get it twisted. Because just because a nigga don't have a supportive system or a strong support system in their family, that doesn't mean that they have to be independent. Because a nigga could be out here homeless, not gave a fuck about shit, drugged up somewhere, staying with niggas to nigga's house or some shit. People can do other things. They don't have to motherfucking be independent and have their own shit just because they don't have a support system. So let's just get that clear as well. So you niggas can also make the decision. Just because you have the support system doesn't mean that you have to utilize it. You can make the decision to say, you know what, I am actually a man and I do not feel comfortable leaving just my responsibilities off on my parents and shit, or my mama and shit. Like, you need to also, but how the fuck is somebody gonna give themselves the ability to be a man if they're not forced to? Like, you got to have people telling you, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. I will help you get a job. I will refer you at this apartment. I will do this, I will do that. Like, that's support. But y'all niggas don't even have support. Y'all have coddling systems. A motherfucker who just let you come back and stay with them, don't give a fuck what you was out there doing, don't care if you're learning nothing, just because you just got somewhere to go. How could they truly give a fuck about you as a person and your true potential to grow? All they care about is the fact that they got your ass there and you're safe. They don't give a fuck about your success. That is not going to make you a successful nigga. Being able to just stay at home all the fucking time. You're not going to be shit. You're going to be selfish. Ain't nobody going to want to fuck with you because you're going to be self-centered. Because you don't never see other people as value. All you see is people as things to use them for temporarily until you move around. Or you'll never look at somebody like, how the fuck can somebody look at you as a partner, like marry you, settle down with you, if you don't see them as that? Like, you see them as plan A, but then you always got that plan B. Nigga, no, I need to be a part of your plan A, B, and C. If we got to go back and stay with somebody because we on some hard time, but while we starting our family, that's fine. But what we're not going to do here is just because you don't want to own up to your issues and the things that you got problems with in life, just because you don't want to practice self-reflection, just because you don't want to admit that you wrong, you just gonna motherfucking leave a nigga? No. That shit is got to stop. People, pay attention to what's going on, y'all. These niggas is leaving us for their motherfucking mamas, y'all. Straight up. Pay attention to that. I know I'm not the only one that's dealing with this. Like, and that's so unfair. And I don't understand why black women have gotten the mentality with this whole independent woman shit now. Because you niggas ain't leading. You niggas ain't stepping up to the plate. And I'm a motherfucking man. And I'm saying this. So I know a woman does not got no tolerance for this shit. Because that's what a woman needs, that. I don't necessarily, I need it because I need to be able to trust you as an equal partner and be able to respect you. But I don't need it like, because I'm a man too. But goddamn, I could feel where black women coming from now. Y'all don't give a fuck. And then it's like, if you got to find somebody who don't have that support system to fall back on, then that's not good, because you putting yourself in a limited crowd of people to select from. Because most niggas got a support system. Let me tell you, if they masculine and gay, I've noticed something. Because I was like, why come I've never met like a out open, why come I've never met a feminine gay dude? Well, no, fuck that. I'm going the wrong way. This is what I was wondering. You know how when we grew up, all we was told was that gays get put out and they're always abandoned and ostracized and shit? Why come I've never witnessed that? I've never dated a nigga that was like kicked out by their family or nothing. And then it's like, it dawned on me that because I date masculine men, so in the black home, if you're flamboyant and feminine, now the majority have gotten okay with the gay thing, okay? But it's the flamboyant thing that they'll ostracize your ass for. So if you're not flamboyant, the family may still treat you like a straight dude just because you come off as one, where they give you that whole coddling shit. You know what I'm saying? That baby boy shit. The feminine gay dudes are probably the ones that go through the ostracism and shit, and they're the ones that got their own shit. Because I peeped that when I looked into the gay community. I said, why come the only niggas I see that got their own shit is feminine? Or they got HIV. Because, you know, they get a check and shit for that. But I'm thinking, why come every nigga I find, they ain't never got the issues that I've heard, or that is cliche for gay people in our community? And it all makes sense. They kind of keep a part of that lifestyle, the straight lifestyle, and they get to be coddled like that. Where they don't have to step up to the plate. They can always opt out. You know, they could try, but it'll always be easier. You know, the easiest thing is always to leave. And it'll always be easier for a nigga to go back home in his comfort zone than to work it out and mature and level up as a man to be with someone. It'll always be easier. You can't compete. No, we cannot compete with that, y'all. Period. But yeah, that's where a lot of the pride comes from. I've always noticed, like, I'm like, why come it seems like pride is our biggest demise in this community? You know what I'm saying? And pride can be for a lot of different reasons, but I just wanted to point this out to let y'all know that this is one of the reasons why these niggas got so much pride. When you trying to figure out, you know, like, think about it on that movie, Baby Boy. When he had Yvette go run in the car when it was raining and shit, talking about, oh, he don't love me no more. He don't love me no more. Like, I was always trying to figure out, how can niggas just switch? Like, they so in love with you one day and the next they act like they don't give a fuck at all. And in that moment, that's what it showed. Because he was able to go back and stay with his motherfucking mama, it was like, fuck her. Like, who are you, bitch? Like, it all makes sense. And then guess what? What did it take for that nigga to get? Why did he end up with her at the end of the movie though? What did it take? His mama had to put his ass out. Boy, this shit is broad as day in our face and we haven't paid no attention to it. So that's one of the main reasons right there, y'all, why black men ain't getting into no families and starting no families is because they got their mama coddling them. I promise you, they can just go right back the fuck home. They can just go stay with their mama. So maturing, self-reflection, what? Fuck that. They're going to make you the wrong one every time. They're always going to be the victim. They're always going to find a way to justify why it's okay to leave you like they do. Because that's abandonment. Let me tell y'all, that's slept on. That's abandonment. Somebody taking advantage of that and leaving you in a situation, regardless of what the situation is, lonely, broke, whatever the fuck it may be. Even if it's not. The fact that they did not fight for the relationship and opted out and raised the white flag and surrendered all just because they can go and do this at home. And we can't count on these niggas' mamas to make them grow up. We can't control nobody but ourselves. We can't control none of that. We can't make them grow up and make them see that they don't need that or that they are better off building their own home because eventually your mama gonna pass, nigga. I mean, what you gonna do past 40? That's why you niggas is only settling. It's all making sense. Parents don't start to die in our lives until about what? In our mid-age, like 40, 50 or something, 50, 60 years old. It makes sense as to why a lot of y'all don't grow up until then either. Let me tell you something. When you are forced into a corner between a rock and a hard place where you have to do what's best for you, you'll see how strong you really are. These men have not even gotten the ability to see how strong that they are. That's why they're insecure, fragile, and weak-minded. It's not just that they're like this with us, they're like this with themselves. They don't know who they is and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because how the fuck are you going to if you don't have to do nothing? Like if every time a hard time comes around, you get picked up. It's like the kid that falls and scrapes their leg. If the mom is always there to just pick them up and always like wipe it off and baby them, they'll never fucking take pain well. Like they'll grow up through life with every time they fall, it's gonna fucking destroy them when they don't have somebody there to pick them up. But yeah, it takes for the father to be like, nah, like let his ass get up. He good. Like quit fucking babying his ass. Like it takes for a man to be there to step in and shit like that. Like men are not needing to be coddled. They're not supposed to be coddled like that. And women don't have no damn cap, it seems like. Or they the fucking exact opposite, where they're damn too overbearing and domineering of a mother. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all I'm saying is that this is what the fuck is going on. I peeped this. Niggas are not settling down and are not giving a fuck. And they're having this attitude. They're not taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at it as, this has to happen for me. I need to do this. Y'all, white folks don't tolerate that shit. They raise their motherfucking kids up and you supposed to go out and get you a family and start you a family and shit. You supposed to graduate, get you a family, buy you a home, do this shit. If you don't, you are deemed as fucking black sheep to them. They don't play that fucking shit. We need our tradition to get different. Women run everything. They're the strongest one in our household. And honestly, I've noticed something. Women are also stronger than us in this world, to be honestly, technically honest, because, you know, some of these attributes like the natural nurturing and empathy and all that stuff, women sometimes carry those attributes just naturally. You know what I'm saying? Men are more physically stronger. But in what the fuck do we have to do in this world that matters about that? I mean, the weakest nigga can make the most money now. Like, so it's about emotional and mental intelligence in this world that we living in. So with them being the most mentally and intelligent, they're the most dominant species, honestly, is what I'm starting to see. Like in this world, and especially in this motherfucking community, in the black community. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how men feel about that. That's why I don't know why niggas is having a problem, or why females don't have why females are actually having a problem with eating niggas' asses, because you want to run everything, you want to be the head of the household, you want to wear the motherfucking drawers, well then eat that nigga ass then. The fuck? You want him to like this, you allow this nigga to be like a bitch and shit, like you take care of the nigga and shit. Why come he can't get his ass ate? I'm just saying, like, the roles have fucking reversed. But yeah, just wanted to add that in there too. Yeah, they'll never motherfucking learn if they got somebody always there to say they motherfucking ass, man. So it's like I'm now in a stuck position because I'm like, how am I going to be such a strong man? I've been on my own since I was 19. I'm supposed to be with somebody who don't believe that that's the way that it's supposed, like that they don't believe that they're supposed to be an adult and mature and in a man position as a 30-year-old something. I've been on my own since I was 19. How the fuck am I supposed to deal with a nigga who ain't never really had to do nothing? Like, they're gonna feel intimidated, but that's why I intimidate niggas so much. That's why I don't be respecting niggas so much. Because how am I supposed to respect you? You can't even fucking hold a candle to me. You wouldn't be able to walk a day in my shoes without motherfucking folding. But I'm supposed to trust you as a partner to stick it out with me, though? This is a very cold, hard world for a nigga. For us, like, it's really, I think, and I'm pointing this out because I think a lot of people don't even see this. They think this just goes right by them. And then think about it. My nigga, you not gonna work with nobody. If you are one of those baby boys, you can't work with another baby boy. Ain't two motherfuckers with no patience, with no care for another person, with no empathy, who just have that scapegoat all the time, y'all ain't gonna never work either. You ain't gonna be with nobody like that. That's the crazy part. That's what I'm trying to say. They're enabling you. They're fucking crutching you. They're making you handicapped. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not making you a man. It's not making you it's not that you have options and none of that. You're being handicapped. You're being kept from being a man. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring this up to light real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, comment. Y'all know what to do. Let me know what's up. Let me know what y'all think of this. Share y'all's relatability. You know what I'm saying? But yo, be aware of the baby boys. If you have one, I suggest that you talk to him about your concern of this, because let me tell you something, ain't nothing better than pulling a snake out the grass. Because if they gonna leave you for their mama or leave you in a hard situation, they gonna do it anyway, okay? So ain't nothing wrong with pulling a snake out the grass and letting them know, like, hey motherfucker, I see you now. Now, I think that this is what you about to be on, but you know what I'm saying? You could prove me wrong though. You know what I'm saying? But they don't believe in proving nobody wrong. They don't believe in stepping up to no place. Everything I've noticed about them, they always take the pessimistic route. They never take the optimistic route. They never do the whole, let me step up to the plate and actually apologize and be a bigger person and, get a resolution going here. They always see it as someone else's responsibility to take the higher road. They always see it as somebody else's responsibility to hit them up first, to come to them first, and I'm a natural born leader. I mean, I'm a Leo. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem leading, but then I'm gonna be a controlling motherfucker and some more shit to you because you don't know how to speak up and be a man. It is a rabbit hole of more motherfucking problems. And it all stems from the lack of self-reflection and awareness. They don't know who the fuck they really is. They think that they do, but they really don't. The black man has been babied into an infant, nigga. It is sad. Yep, that's crazy because and it's like and it's this I swear it's not just my relationships, like my own uncle, like he came to my crib and was like so proud of me, just in awe, like, oh wow, nephew, like you're doing so good. I'm proud of you. Like I'm about to finally get my own crib too. This how the fuck you was 40 something and you ain't never had your own crib? Cause grandma ain't never forced your ass out. She's always allowed you to just go to jail over and over again and come back and live with her. Go out and get a bitch pregnant, start a family, make this bitch think y'all about to be married and some more shit, and then you just get over it and go move back in with her. And she lets you every time. She don't even see that she's damaging not only you, but she's fucking hurting the black woman. She's contributing to the demise of the black women's family and their fucking mental health. Y'all, we all in this together. This ain't no just they did that and they did this. Whoever does something to you, that shit triggers down. And when you inflict that on other people. We got to start being better as people and start looking at the bigger picture and quit only looking at shit from a selfish standpoint. Because I already know the black women or the women, they don't think that they're doing anything wrong. I understand. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But you still don't. You're not right. That's contributing to why these niggas is not able to stay in the family and raise the children and why y'all end up single mothers in the first fucking place. Help yourself, help others. Help others, help yourself. Help you. You know what I'm saying? We all scratching each other's back in this. Quit allowing these motherfucking niggas to not be nothing ass niggas. These are men. These are not little boys and these are not females. Men are the strongest holder in the fucking family system. If without the man, there ain't no fucking foundation. There has to be men in this world, y'all. And I'm speaking to the black community and the gay community because the gay community think that everybody cannot be the girl. Everybody can't be the girl. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how feminine you want to motherfucking be and how flamboyant you want to justify that shit. Everybody cannot be the fucking girl. I'm fucking this nigga. He masculine as fuck. And he wants to be respected as a man, but he don't act like one. You have to be a fucking man. You can't just look like one and walk and talk like one. That's called masculinity. That ain't called being a man. That's called being a male. Having a dick in between your motherfucking legs, nigga, that make you a male. That don't make you no man. I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, real shit. Open up your eyes. This shit is fucking too goddamn common and too goddamn normalized. Like, this shit crazy. And this shit been going on for obviously since the 90s for Baby Boy to be out with the shit. That shit ain't no different, y'all. It's the same fucking shit. And so that also explains as to why the independent woman with her shit together that's not gonna put up with no bitch ass nigga doing her dirty in any old kind of way, she's always single. See, that's why. Because in order to get a black man, you're gonna have to deal with some shit. So if you're gonna have this mindset of this no tolerance, I'm not taking no bullshit no more mentality, then you're gonna deem yourself single because it all dawned on me now, like I have to let go of some of my morality I see in order to be with somebody, because wanting it to be right and not having a dysfunctional relationship obviously that's too much pressure for them. They don't even know how, most of them don't even come from a functioning home. So wanting to start with a man that doesn't know anything about that, and starting a functioning, healthy relationship, even though you're already there, we got to kind of realize that we're more advanced. And I'm speaking to the black men as well who are dating men, and they are also the independent one, and they are having a hard time, and they're also the strong, mentally healthy one, and they having a hard time finding a partner. I'm speaking to both of y'all, okay? Like, because I'm one. Like, I peeped it. I was like, you know what? If I don't come off of some of my motherfucking morals and humble a little bit, and I know that it seems like, settling and stuff, but it's just the reality of, I'm a person about the analytics of shit. I'm not about this hope and pray thing. Like, this is the statistics, and this is what typically happens. So this is the most likely outcome. Okay, so you can play with those and take your chances if you want to, but I'm saying, like, in order to really be with a man, a black man, you're gonna have to endure some shit. It's gonna be risky. You're gonna have to take a chance and sacrifice some shit, because it all makes sense now. Like, I've seen some women talk about, well, the ones that were married, and you asked them why. There was one particularly, she told me straight up, like, because, and it was like, yeah, they didn't get married till they was like 40 something, but it was like, what made, y'all been together this long, why come y'all get married now? And well, it took him that long to choose her, because, and she said this, like, well, it took him this long to choose me, because he had to see that I was the only one. And I've also talked to guys, and they've said the same thing. Like, I realized that she was the one when she was there through all thick and thin and throughout all my bullshit. Basically, you gotta, like, black men don't see you as necessary until they run your ass through the motherfucking mud and dirt or something. And I'm not saying that it's always got to be that way, but it really just kind of seems like that. Because most of the time, the male settles for the woman who does and puts up with, or the person who puts up with all of their demons. Like, if they come across that one that she bad as fuck and she got all her shit together, but this bitch ain't gonna put up with none of my shit, he gonna fuck her and leave her quick. Because he already know he ain't good enough for her. Like, so I just wanted to add that there at the end. You know what I'm saying? To just go to show that is typically going to be the case in a lot of situations with this shit when you're dealing with a nigga. So, motherfucking get your soldier hat on, y'all. That's all I gotta say. But all right, y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all the next one.